I'm wondering now whether he's a Sarawakian or a West Malaysian. Probably the skin is Sarawakian, but the heart is West Malaysian. The way he talked, he likened our state budget to 1 MDB. 1 MDB is a private company. This is a state budget. How can you equate the running of a country as Sarawak to a private company? You know, it's ridiculous. Second year running, we have a surplus budget. Semenanjung, Malaysia, negative budget. And out of the 9 billion, 6 billion is for development expenditure. Only 3 billion is for operating expenditure. Chong Jianjin's boss, Lim Guan Eng, his budget out of 229 billion, only 18% is for development expenditure. Chong has no right at all to comment about the state budget. He should be ashamed when he comment that our state budget is ridiculous. 18% goes to development in Semenanjung, Malaysia, out of 229 billion. When Pakatan first took over, the Prime Minister had to ask Petronas to give a special dividend of 30 billion. What did Sarawak get out of this special dividend? We should get 30% of the 30 billion. What did we get? Zero. Kosong. And today, the federal government has already received 80 billion from Petronas. What did Sarawak get? Zero. And today, Sarawak and Sabah add together, baru dapat 17.1%. Itu masa election dia masa. Oh, 30%. Sarawak and Sabah will get 30%. We have to be fair. Today, 17.1% Sarawak and Sabah total together. You tell me, Chong Jianjin is a Sarawakian or a Malayan? If he is a Sarawakian, he should stick to his promise. Give us back our oil royalty, 20% on top of 5%. Give us back our 50% taxes that he promised. His boss also promised. Respect MA 63, give us back our autonomy on health and education. The least he should do is support this budget and tell his federal bosses, give us back what is due to us, not 17.1%, 30% of the budget. It is such an irony. First, Chong Jianjin and his bosses take 250 million ringgit a day from our land, minyak, our gas. Next, give 80 billion to federal government. Whose money is that? 80 billion, whose money is that? Sarawak's money. Sabah's money. 80 billion. And now he can ridicule our chief minister and say, this budget is ridiculous. When it is a surplus budget, 60% of it goes to development expenditure. What more can you ask? Where does the revenue come from? In this 9.81 billion, where do we get the money? 40% come from tax revenue. 40% come from non-tax revenue. And if you go right down to the bottom of the revenue item, 1% come from the federal government. Chong Jianjin, you have the cheek to ridicule our chief minister. You have the cheek to say that our budget is equivalent to 1 MDB. Sometimes I wonder, who is taking care of who? Malaya taking care of Sarawak, or Sarawak taking care of Malaya? With 1% revenue from the federal government, you ask me why I should stay in Malaysia? Why Sarawak should remain in Malaysia? You tell me. Why Why should Sarawak remain in Malaysia? Hong and his federal partners say that 2020 will have shared prosperity. That was before the election. Malaysia shared prosperity has failed completely. And now he said 2030, the new government said 2030 will have shared prosperity. And today, Petronas don't even want to pay the 5% sales tax. How can we achieve shared prosperity? This is bulak. How to have shared prosperity like this?